What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about the Stealth and how that actually might be coming out a lot sooner than what people are expecting. And I also want to talk on Europe for a second and how Lucid is trying to lay the foundation for them to really thrive out there. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So as I've said in the past, I'm a very big fan of Lucid's expansion, more specifically to Europe, because there's a huge amount of demand there. But when there is a lot of demand, typically there's a lot of competition. So I think that's what Lucid does have in store, at least in the foreseeable future, is a lot of demand. But luckily enough, they do have a very good competitive advantage based on their technology. So if they can actually get up the Pure and deliver it throughout Europe ASAP, then yeah, definitely word of mouth and the marketing will thrive out there. But based on this news, as you can see, it looks like they did partner with Orange and for them to support Lucid, basically to enhance the driving experience. And we already do know, just based on in the States, Canada, and elsewhere as well, they really want the customer experience to be next level. Whether it just be going into a studio or actually if you do physically own a Lucid, just to get over-the-air updates and various other things, they always want the best for the customer experience. So in general, I think this is going to be one very good part for them to really thrive in Europe, to lay the good foundation for them to thrive. And this is already over and above a lot of the marketing that they've already started to really integrate out into Europe. So of course they're already starting to get the hype up for Lucid, which justifiably so as well. So in general, I'm a very big fan of, like I said, them expanding. So definitely a lot more updates to come in 2023. 2023 is going to be a very exciting year for Lucid, to say the least, especially more so the second half of 2023. And on a side note as well, before I touch on the actual Stealth, I just wanted to point this out. So Tesla is lowering some of their models once again. And I think this is what sparked a lot of fear a couple days ago, because this did come out on March the 6th. But keep in mind, when I've touched on this in the past, I brought up this chart because this is the used vehicle index. And of course, when it was just completely going down, this is where a lot of new car sales had to slash their prices to kind of keep up with demand. But it does appear as though the used car prices are starting to go back up. So a lot of those automakers, such as Lucid, that didn't do a broad slashing of prices, is going to be ultimately the smart ones at the end of the day. So I think in general, Lucid offering the 7,500 rebates here and there is a pretty good thing. It definitely gets the Air Grand Tourings out. And I think in general, the Air Grand Tourings, they've learned from their mistake. They know what the market wants. And I think at the end of the day, Lucid from here on out in 2023 should really do a lot of good things. And like I said, based on Q4, they have talked on a bottleneck for multiple different things. One of which was the Pure. The second was for the actual Stealth. And even when they did come out with the Stealth, that would look absolutely amazing, especially more so on the Gravity. If they ever have a Stealth version of the Gravity, I think that one would be a massive seller. But of course, that's just my own interpretation. But it does look like Lucid did tweet this right here. And it says, "Take a ride on the dark side, explore Lucid Air Stealth looking exterior design package." And of course, if you look onto their website right here, it kind of goes to show, and already kind of is advertising it, insinuating that maybe there might be no more bottlenecking for the Stealth, because they did say that it's going to be coming shortly, but they never really gave any updates. And of course, when it comes down to Lucid, we already do know that they're not really the most transparent company. So I think in general, this might be their way of telling us as investors that the Stealth package is ready for delivery. So in general, I think that's going to be absolutely huge to see a lot more pictures of Stealth versions of the Air out and about. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'll give you a quick update as far as what did happen today as well. So as you can see, based on the options activity, there was and is a lot more puts being purchased, insinuating a lot more people are anticipating it to go down. Of course, with Powell talking, it is what it is, right? Powell does what he wants. And overall, I'll give you a quick update on shorts right now. So I'll just quickly pop over to Lucid, give you a good summary on that. So as far as shorts right now, short score is currently 83, utilization is 100%. As far as what shorts did, they increased 1.07 million shares, 139.59 million shares overall being shorted. 21.5 is the percentage of the free float being shorted. Of course, that's just an estimate, but cost to borrow average as well is 13.74. So just be aware of that. Behind the scenes, like I've already said in the past, on paper, this could have a good squeeze, but it just needs that surprise catalyst. So imagine if they unveil, for instance, the gravity in and all stealthed out. That would be absolutely amazing. Like my jaw would just massively drop. That would be huge. But once again, I am not a financial advisor. These videos are for entertainment purposes only, so hopefully you guys got something out of this. So definitely, this is why short term it sucks to see Lucid go down, but this is where you have to think long term with Lucid and realize that them expanding out to Europe is a huge deal. For instance, even the stealth is a very big deal as well. And just the fact that the used car prices are starting to go back up right now is very positive for Lucid. So that might kind of reinvigorate the demand for maybe the Air Grand Touring, possibly, maybe a little bit far-fetched there. But once again, let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. Give yourself a shout out as well if you have been buying, selling, holding, whatever you've been doing. Give yourself a shout out in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my Lucid content, want to support the channel, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.